Okay, this is a short workout for the feet. I'm lying on the floor so I can be on the camera, because when we do it you actually just want to see my feet. So you will need a ball, squishy one if you've got. If you haven't got a ball, I just bundled up a pair of socks, that will work just as fine. And you need the Oxford Dictionary or any other big book or a block, that will work, and a chair or something else to hold on to. Okay, so have those on standby. Okay, so we're going to start with our feet nice and parallel. I just put one foot up and circle round. About 8 times in each direction and change direction. Really just articulating through the 26 bones in each foot. Excellent. Repeat that on the other side. And there we go. So posturally, just make sure you're standing nice and tall, but really focus on just articulating the feet. Don't push too hard yet, just softly roll through and change your direction. Don't think my feet have ever been on camera like that. Okay, put the first foot back up. So naturally the feet are much more flexible in that direction, okay, which also makes them weak, because that's quite a weak point. So just push to the big toe and the little toe. Yeah, and probably the big toe will need a lot more work pushing in that direction. So get as high up on your toes as you can, putting pressure onto the ball of the foot, so you're also stretching the sole of the foot at the same time. Okay, other foot. And again, if you had a sprained ankle or something in the past, or any other foot issue, you'll probably feel a big difference from right to left. Probably get a lot of clicking as well. I've got some internal grinding in this one. Okay, I'm going to turn sideways. So you're going to pop one foot back up, and then bend both knees, but I want you to think pushing the arch forward this bit as much as possible, like a horse when they put the hoofs forward, yeah? So just little bends, pushing the arch forward, getting most of the weight into your big toe joint. Do my feet look over proportionally large from this angle? It looks really weird from up here. And then the other foot. Excellent. Right, take your ball or your pair of socks. I'm going to place them just underneath the ankles. There we go. So that keeps the feet nice and parallel. Okay. So from there, we simply are going to rise up. So you need to apply a little bit of pressure onto the ball of the socks, otherwise they go, get lost. And up, and down, and up, and down. My ball's slithering already. Just a few more. So this is really good for strengthening the ankles. And your calves will probably be complaining as well. And again, it'll show you if you're bearing weight more to the right or to the left. I'm swaying to the left, and that's why I'm finding it hard to keep the ball in place. So keep with that tempo, or see whether you can make them a little bit bigger. Bigger, faster. Keeping the weight on the big toes. Oh, that's hard, isn't it? Okay, release the ball. Get the dictionary or a block. We're just going to go for calf stretch. So, one foot, the heel is at the front of the block, and that's simply to stop it from falling over. The other foot, you're going to place the toes and the ball on there, nice and parallel, and then allow the heel to sink down. That's it. And try and stand up. I mean, some people have got really long calves, so you probably need to refer back to your ordinary calf stretch, but for me, this is murder. And it's actually harder on the book than the blocks, because the blocks are sort of soft, they have a little bit more give, so this is really, really intense. Swapping legs. And again, you will find Let your foot while rolling outside towards the little toe. It's all about finding the right distance. There we go. So this is just a little warm-up stretch. And again, one calf might be much tighter than the other. Okay, we're going to do it one more time. Okay, and then I want you to rock towards the little toe and then towards the big toe. And see how that changes the stretch. And we probably all need it more towards the big toe. I'm talking about the stretching foot, not the front one. And swap. So ease in, and then your little toe, big toe. Check you're nice and parallel. Also, now that you're home alone, not home alone, home a lot, it's always good to do some barefoot walking. It's really healthy for the feet, especially maybe if you've got a garden where the surface is uneven. It's a really good workout. You might have noticed last time you went to a beach and walking on the sand, but the next day your feet are actually aching. That's because the feet are not used to all that unevenness, but it's really healthy, and that's what feet should be doing. They should be there to absorb all those unevennesses. That's why we've got the 26 bones in the foot. They can all articulate, and ours are usually stiff. Okay, get the book out of the way. Get your soccer ball. This one's hard, really hard. So I'm going to turn around again. We're going to do rolling through the feet. Oh, I've lost my socks already. Might need to have a couple of socks stuffed together. Okay, so you're going to bend your knees again. And then I call this rolling through. So go as high up onto your tippy toes as you can, but don't come up in height. And then you straighten your legs, and then you lower. And repeat, bending the knees. Pushing up and over your arches, weight over big toe, and straightening and lowering. I'm just going to change angle, you keep going. Here we go, and bend, and pushing forward, and straightening, and lowering. We'll just do one more. And then we're going to reverse it. So floating up onto your toes first. Push the arches forward as you bend your knees. Allow the heel to sink back down. And recover 3 more times. And up. And bend and push. And lower. Almost there. Twice more. So just be careful with the knees. I can see mine was sort of touching there. Whichever distance you have in between your ankles, you should keep that distance between your knees as well. And straighten. Good. Take the ball out. And we're going to do the same thing with the feet slightly turned out. So bend, roll, making sure no rolling backwards. So over the big toe and straighten. And lower. We're going to go sideways so you can see. So what might happen is this. So energy over the big toe and lower. Ta-da, down. 2 more. And of course, as you straighten, you work your pelvic floor. And you're really upright. And then reverse. So up. Bend and push. Heels down, feel the stretch, and straighten. And up. Don't you see my feet rocking back there? Almost fell over. 2 more. Yeah, make sure you've got something that's high enough to hold on to. My chair's a bit low, I sort of have to bend down at times, which doesn't help. Good. Last bit. We're going to come to kneeling. And just curl your toes under. Anyway, so for many people that's almost impossible. Now that I've warmed up my feet, that's actually not too bad. So normally I don't want to put my bum to the audience, but if you have your feet natural, probably everybody will have the heels apart. Okay? And they are probably uneven as well, obviously I can't see. So either stay there, if you want a little bit more, then bring your big toes together. If that's too hard on your knees, or too hard on the feet, you can always lift your bum away. That makes it easier. And then the hardest thing is then pushing the heels together. So that's what we're aiming for. Okay, I'm going to turn sideways again. So in an ideal world, curl those toes under as much as possible. Make sure the big toes are touching, heels together, and then lower down. And then see how many seconds you can bear this. Whew. Again, some people have got naturally very loose feet and it won't be sort of stretching. My feet are very strong, but they're not very pliable. Even with all the sort of dancing, they're just very stiff, not pliable. So I ought to have been doing that a lot more. After a while, when you've eased into it, you can even sort of keep the toes where you are, but walk the knees further backwards to increase the stretch. Ooh, yes, also very good on the Achilles tendon down here. Pushing the heels together. Oh, that will do. And then just relax them down. There we go. And that's your feet taken care of. Okay, let me know how you get on. Bye.